All right. Share screen. Just a second. All right. Okay. So the biggest thing I think with Shakeology, because it is the meat of our business, sorry, you need to know what it is, and you need to know that it's not just oh, this is great and I drink it every day and now I'm regular, or I drink it every day and I've lost weight or whatever. You need to know why and understand a little bit of the science behind it, because you can't prove anything. Like, you can send people the link to the clinical trial that Shakeology has done. But even that clinical trial, it's a good clinical trial in the sense of how it's set up, but it's not a lifestyle of how you would do it, because they did 2 shakes a day and then a dinner. And that's not the realistic way that we're asking people to do this. So you need to know why and what it does and how it works over time. Oh, it's really blurry. The cost breakdown, because that's always the first question. So if you just order it each month, or you order it when you need it, it ends up being about $5 a serving. But if you order it home direct, even as retail, it's like $4.40. If you order it as a discount coach, so you're still paying the coaching fee, but if you order it as a discount coach, you end up under $4. If you're military, so that fee is waived, you're at about $3.70 something. So this is why. Now the cost breakdown is where you're talking to people. Challenge packs, you end up even cheaper because you're giving them a program with the Shakeology. So you need to understand why this Shakeology drink is worth $4 a serving, because it is worth $4 a serving for what's in it. I always like these price comparison things. I think it's kind of nice to, when people are like, oh, I can't afford it, and you're like, oh, what about your Coach handbag you just bought? Or what about going out to eat 4 times a week with your family? And even if kids eat free on Tuesday here and kids eat free on Thursday here, you're still spending a lot of money. And a lot of people are spending a lot of money, fast food, Starbucks, in their red cups. So you just have to get people to understand the quality. And if you don't understand the product, you can't get them to understand the quality. So you have to understand the quality of it. I kind of like how they break this down into the key nutrient groups. I'm going to break it down into function. So like heart health, digestive health, immune health, that way, because I think it makes a little bit more sense. You have your digestive enzymes, you have your protein, and we're going to talk about the different proteins in Shakeology, your vitamins and minerals, which are coming mostly from the plants, and all the phytonutrients, your superfoods and your antioxidants, and your green, which I think when you're talking about phytonutrients, basically a phytonutrient is coming from the colors of a plant. So everybody knows that carrots have beta carotene, and that's really good for eyes. That's a phytonutrient. So chlorophyll in green plants. So your green plants and your orange plants and your blue plants, like red cabbage and stuff like that, they all have different phytonutrients. Shakeology has different plants from each group. So you're getting all those different antioxidants. And then there's a lot of different herbs that are in Shakeology that actually come from different parts of the world that have been used for many, many years to treat different things. So the protein that's in Shakeology, in your regular flavors, you have whey isolate. And some people will ask you why whey isolate versus a whey protein, a complete whey protein. So the way whey is made is you take your milk fat and you pull off all the liquid and you get concentrated down to your protein. Well, in a whey isolate, so that's the whey. The whey still has carbs and fat and can be anywhere from like 30 to 50% protein in that whey. So if you're getting a complete whey protein, you're still having to digest and you're still getting calories from the carbs and the fat from dairy. When you go to a whey isolate, basically you get off all of the fat and the carbs so that you have like an 80 to 90% protein, very concentrated protein substance. Any whey isolate product out there, if it's a good, clean whey isolate, 80 to 90% protein product with very little carbs and very little fat, is going to be more expensive. Any of them. So not just Shakeology, but every protein out there, every meal replacement drink and every protein out there that's a whey isolate is going to cost more per serving. So you have to let people understand this. If they're just going to get muscle milk from the store, they're getting whey. They're not getting whey isolate, and they're getting soy. So in the vegan, you have pea, oat, chia seeds, rice, amaranth, which is a grain, kind of like quinoa, and then quinoa. So dairy protein is a complete protein, meaning it has all essential amino acids. Essential amino acids are amino acids that your body cannot produce. You have to get from your food. Whey has all of these. Pea does not, oat does not, chia does not, rice does not, quinoa does not, amaranth does not. When you combine all of those grain and plant proteins together, you get all essential amino acids. That's why it's a vegan protein complex. Any vegan protein out there is going to be a combination of these unless it's hemp. Hemp protein does have all the essential amino acids, but like my husband's military, he gets tested for that. Some of the Be Kind bars have hemp in them, have hemp protein. A lot of if you work in a job where you're drug tested, that will show up. So hemp protein, while though it is it's a good source of protein, it's not really mass unless you live in like Colorado or something like that. It's not a good it's not a good protein to choose because of the side effects as far as drug testing and things like that. So when you do the vegan Shakeology, you get all the essential amino acids, which your body needs those to build muscle. Enzymes, hormones need them. You need them all from your diet. Not a pill. You need them from your diet. No soy. Now, soy is kind of controversial. There's been a lot of studies lately with soy, and that excess in the body turns to estrogen. Increased estrogen levels are linked to female cancers. So breast cancer, ovarian cancer, uterine cancer, things like that. Now, so my take on soy personally from all the research is my take on nutrition and life in general is everything in moderation. So I don't choose to put something in my body every single day that is going to increase my risk. So I don't choose to put soy in my body every single day. We stay away from all soy products. I mean, I like soy sauce every once in a while if I'm having sushi or some edamame or something, but that's every once in a while. I kind of feel like in the day and age we live in with the way things are processed, there are risk factors with everything you put in your body. I choose to limit those risk factors. So I choose not to eat soy because if I ate soy every single day, estrogen levels are increasing. All I'm doing is increasing that chance. So you really need to talk to a doctor, talk to the doctor. Like when I was pregnant with Brayden, I didn't even know it was a boy yet. And he asked me if I was doing any supplements. And I said, I drink a protein shake. And he said, make sure there's no soy. Because if you are pregnant with a boy, your increased estrogen levels can combat the reproductive system developing correctly. Think about, young kids. I have young boys. I don't want them having soy, young teenage years, things like that. You don't want to mess with the estrogen levels. So we don't have soy. Okay, so these are the things that help with digestion because that's my number one. Yay. So I kind of tried to put what these things are, whether it's an algae, whether it's a plant, whether it's an herb, so that you could see. These are, I listed every single ingredient in Shakeology. Every single ingredient is in the slide. I'm not going to talk through every single one of them, but I want you to realize that every ingredient in here is food-based. Come down to the preservative, down to the sweetener, everything. So the first one, you're increasing the good gut bacteria. We all have bacteria in our gut. We need to make sure that that is thriving and that we're not killing off the bad bacteria. BP stands for blood pressure, and this is all from studies. So this is all studies that are linked to these different ingredients. Pea fiber is basically just the whole of the pea plant. So if you take any grain, the outside is where all the fiber comes from. When you over-process stuff and you get down to like flour, it comes from a wheat plant. When you process it down to the very, very middle, that's what's in white flour. Wheat flour uses the whole thing. That's why it has more fiber. So anytime you're using that outside, that's indigestible fiber. So basically it means it grabs onto things in your gut and it pushes them out. You don't digest it. It just grabs on and pushes things out. So it basically just helps keep things flushing out. I thought the third one, I don't know how to pronounce all these names, so sorry if I get them wrong. Yakan. It's a fruit tasting vegetable. It says it's like a sweet potato. So it actually is part of the sweetener that's used, but it's like a potato, like a sweet potato, and it's a root. So it's grown just like potatoes, high in fiber. The enzyme complex. So I wanted to kind of touch on this. Enzymes help speed up processes. These are digestive enzymes that help speed up digestion. So lactase, it helps speed up the digestion of lactose. Um, Amylase helps speed up the digestion of sugars. So all of these enzymes are helping speed up the process of digestion, which is in turn helping your body break down the nutrients and push things out quicker. So it's helping speed up those processes of digestion, if that makes sense. The chicory root fiber is a plant root. You need bile from your gallbladder to break down fat, and it helps you digest the fat where you can use it. If you're not digesting the fat and it's your body's going to digest it, but if it doesn't digest it completely, it goes and gets stored. So by helping digest the fat, it helps you use the fat as energy the way you're supposed to. I liked a lot of these with like decreasing swelling. A lot of different herbs and a lot of different things in here help with inflammatory response, which is really good for people with arthritis and diseases that are inflammatory diseases. So those are the last. I'm not going to try to pronounce the last ones. An herb and a bacteria. You do need bacteria. You need the good gut bacteria. That's what that last one is. It's part of that. Heart health. So a lot of these have been proven in studies to help increase the blood flow and decrease chances of hardening of the arteries, so building up of plaque. Maca, it's a hormone balance, which we all need that, right? Energy, and it was linked to helping decrease blood pressure and increase cardiovascular health, so increase blood flow. Beet juice, there are so many studies. Like beet juice has become very, very popular in the last like probably 5 to 10 years. Green tea, the main thing in green tea is the catechins, and green tea is a big thing in all stuff. It helps prevent cell damage, which is so when you're building up plaque and stuff in your arteries, it's damaging those cells and those red blood cells. So the green tea, actually the catechins in green tea help prevent that cell damage. And green tea also gives that burst of energy. Ginkgo is an herb that helps improve blood circulation. And in the last like 3 or 4 years, there's been a few studies that have been linked to slowing down Alzheimer's development. Immune function. Most all of the ingredients in Shakeology, their number one thing was because it was rich in vitamin C or rich in this vitamin or rich in this vitamin, and a lot of it was linked to increased immune function, which I think is interesting because it's not, I don't think of Shakeology as a weight loss drink. I've never really thought of it as that. I've always thought of it as like, a lot of people take a multivitamin as a fallback. So they take a multivitamin so that if they don't get all their vitamins in through the day, they take that, and that's kind of like that catch-all. So Shakeology has kind of become that for me, was like that catch-all. If I didn't get all my vitamins here, it helped with that. But the things that I've seen just with like less sniffles and less, if my kids, I feel like they're starting to get a little bit sick, they drink it. If my youngest one gets constipated, I let him drink it. So it is interesting to me how a lot of these herbs and fruits and ingredients are linked to immune function. And like I said, I'm not going to read through all of them, but vitamin C. So something about vitamin C and a lot of these things that have to do with immune function. Vitamin C is really big to help with the common cold, boost your immune system overall, improve circulation, aid in depression, aid in physical endurance, so increase your physical endurance, help with hay fever and those seasonal allergies. It's a powerful antioxidant, helps with chronic fatigue, prevents atherosclerosis, which is the hardening of the arteries. So vitamin C in all, and a lot of these ingredients, but their main function is the immune health because they're rich in vitamin C. And like we said, antioxidants and phytochemicals. Antioxidants, basically, so all the processes in your body, a lot of the processes in your body have a tendency to be not cell damaging, but when you're putting off lactic acid and you're putting off different reactions in your body, put off basically things that are going to hurt your body. Well, antioxidants come in and take those things and use them productively. So that's why we need the fruits and the vegetables and all the different phytochemicals. Try not to say it sciencey. Okay, so again, not going to try to pronounce some of these. Chronic pain, I know that's a big, in inflammation, that's a big thing to talk to people who have arthritis and things like that, allergies, digestion, thyroid disorders, fibromyalgia, arthritis. I mean, there's so many different, we can't heal maybe all of these different things, but if it's mild and it's early onset, there's a lot you can do with food to help your body instead of taking medicine. Like, wouldn't you rather drink a shake every day that's made from food rather than pop pills to try to manage your pain? Shakeology includes plants and fungi and algae. I mean, we eat mushrooms. People think, oh, I don't know what that is. All these fungi are basically in the mushroom family. Fights cancer cells. Look at the last one. Fights cancer cells. How cool is that? And this is not like Wikipedia. This is looking at studies, and I've had these lists of all the ingredients for a long time, and just going back and digging a little deeper into, it says it does this, here's the study that it goes with. Again, a lot of the ones in the fungi family. Immune function, fighting tumors, improved cholesterol. Himalayan salt, you see that a lot and people cook with it, and pink salt is really the main one, but the pink salt is one of the types, but Himalayan salt is what's actually in Shakeology, and it helps a lot with improving your water balance. So, you need the sodium and you need the chloride, but when you need to intake a little bit of it in order to make sure that the water inside and outside the cell are balanced, and the pH balance and blood sugar levels are all kind of linked together as well. Spirulina has been on the market for a long time too in the health foods. The monk fruit, it's also in the Energize booster. It's a natural sweetener, but it helps improve immune function and digestion. The rose hips are the fruit part of the rose petals. Again, vitamin C. It's where you're seeing a lot of immune function. The only one that I really kind of question when I've been looking and stuff is this holy basil. The more information I find on it, the more it's like this very revered basil. It's like the grander of grander in the Hindu culture. So there's not as much science behind it as I would like. That's the only one where I'm kind of like, so why's it in there? Why is it holy basil? Like, why is it so yay? But it's been used for centuries in the Hindu religion as one of their main, like, you make it in a tea and drink it and it heals this and this and this. Make it in an herb, smash it up, put it in a paste, put it on skin to help with inflammatory and healing. So there's just not a whole lot of science behind that one. That's the one that I was kind of, the last one, improved liver function. That was the main part. The main study is linked to that. Like I said, the phytonutrients. We all know, strawberries, blueberries, spinach, kale. A lot of us eat that in our smoothie. We add that in and whatever. And it's already included, but I'm still one. You still need to eat 2 or 3 green vegetables on top of just what's in Shakeology. But this kind of just goes to show you too, like, these are ingredients. They're not some of these, you know, can't pronounce that name of a fungi, or can't pronounce that name of an herb. And a lot of people, I tell them if they can't read the ingredient to look, you know, don't eat it or look it up first. And some people are scared of some of the things on here because they're like, I have no idea what that is. But look it up. A lot of times it's just a food or a fungi or something that we can't pronounce. You know, the phytonutrient thing, like I explained earlier, is the antioxidants, and we need all of those. Like vitamin A is good for your eyes, and every one is kind of linked to a different part in health, the different colors. Cinnamon, that's been proven for years to improve blood sugar levels. It's been used in a lot of diabetic sugar management. It's actually recommended with a lot of diabetic eating plans to add cinnamon to foods throughout the day and improve circulation. So the preservative used in Shakeology is citric acid. It's from plants. It's from citrus plants. It's dried and used as a preservative. It's in a lot of different foods. It's been in the health, you know, in the food industry for a long time. But again, it's the preservative used, but it's from a food source. So that's the biggest thing for me. Xanthan gum is a thickening agent. I'm sure you've seen this on foods as well. It's actually, you mix bacteria with, it's sugar compound from mixing certain bacteria with water, and it thickens food, and it also aids in digestion because in the digestion system, once you shake it up, and it helps kind of thicken your shake and help it to mix really well, you know, if you do it in a blender or whatever, when you drink it and it's in your system, it actually increases helps thicken your feces and stuff as kind of like a fiber to help push it out. So it's also with digestion. I kind of did this with somebody else not too long ago, but be honest with what you're telling people Shakeology is, because it isn't. Yes, we promote it. If you do this program, you work out, you do this nutrition plan, you drink once a day, you can lose weight and but it's not a weight loss shake. There are some things in some ingredients that have been linked to weight loss because you're controlling your blood sugar, so you're not craving different things during the day. But it's not a weight loss shake, and it shouldn't be promoted as a weight loss shake, because if you're promoting it as a weight loss shake, you're devaluing Shakeology completely. You can go to Walgreens and get a weight loss shake and drink a shake for breakfast and a shake for lunch. All you're doing is decreasing your calories. That's not what it is. When you tell them it's a weight loss shake, it's not worth $4 a shake. But if you talk to them about what's in it, it is worth $4. It's worth way more than that. It's not a quick fix. It's a long-term thing. It's kind of like I've been researching beta-alanine, which is in the Energize for Beachbody Performance. Beta-alanine works better when it's been in your system for 2 weeks. So it actually, it improves function as you drink it. It's the same thing with Shakeology. It improves, like your body gets used to it. Your body, you know, sometimes at first you can't handle all the fiber and you can't handle all those digestive enzymes at once. So a lot of people need to go from a half of a scoop, build up, because it's a shock to your system to get all that concentration at once. So it's not a quick fix. It's a long-term thing. It's not a protein shake. Shakeology, the vegan only has 18 grams of protein. Most proteins are at 16, actually. 16 grams of protein. Most proteins that you're going to drink after you work out are 25. So this isn't just a protein, because when you're just drinking a protein, a scoop of protein after you work out, your body's taking all that protein at once and it's not getting really anything else. And so it's like muscle repair. When it gets Shakeology, it's getting protein with, the fiber with this and that. So it's doing a lot of different things with a lot of different things. So it's not concentrating on muscle repair. So it's not necessarily a protein shake post-workout if you're trying to, really add muscle tone. It's not necessarily a meal replacement shake like the other ones out there. It's not a magic pill. I know we're all waiting on that one. And it's not all your nutrition in one glass. Yes, it's probably the healthiest meal of the day for a lot of people, but it's not everything you need. And you can't just drink a shake and then go eat McDonald's and this and that and the other and expect, oh, I got all my vitamins and minerals. You didn't get all your vitamins and minerals. It's an addition. It's an addition to healthy living. It is whole foods. The I watched a video by no, I want to say Darren Hardy. It's not Darren Hardy. Darren, the founder or the creator of Shakeology, and how they process it. Everything is ground to powder and then put in. So it's not a lot of the proteins are still intact. They're not denaturing the proteins with the heat and all that stuff. It is real ingredients. It's real food. It's not synthetic. So if you take a multivitamin, that's mostly synthetic. It's all synthetic vitamins. The regular Shakeology is fortified with the vitamins that were lost during processing because they give a specific level on the packaging. So they have to meet those levels according to, FDA standards. They have to meet the levels that they're putting on your packaging. Vegan Shakeology does not have vitamin and nutrient levels on the packaging because they don't add anything back. This 1 cup of spinach could have 50 milligrams of folic acid or folate. This 1 cup of spinach could have 100 milligrams of folate. They're not going to add back to a certain measure. Regular Shakeology, they actually measure and they add back to get to a certain level. They don't do that with vegan. That's one reason I prefer the vegan, because you're not getting anything synthetic. Research has shown in a synthetic multivitamin, depending on what you're eating, when you're taking it, what's on your stomach, what other vitamin is in the multivitamin, you only absorb about 30 to 45, 50% of it. So you pee out most of it. When you eat real food, your body can absorb anywhere from 80 to 95% of those vitamins and minerals. So when you eat real food, your body can do more with it. There are 2 main exceptions. B12, a B12 shot, you actually absorb better than you do just B12 from your food. And folic acid, which is the synthetic form, that's why they have pregnant women take it. You actually absorb that better in synthetic form than you do folate from food. So that's really your only 2 exceptions. And unless you're pregnant, you would need to take a folic acid, just a folic acid supplement, or if you're B12 deficient, which would have been diagnosed by a doctor. So it's a better multivitamin. You're getting that fallback of all those vitamins and minerals without anything synthetic added in. It's all real food. A means to increase your health from the inside. So, you need to get your nutrition from food, and Shakeology is food. This is my personal regularities, number 1 for me. The amount of the digestive enzymes combined with the probiotics and the prebiotics, which is the bacteria and the food the bacteria feeds off of. So there's 2 probiotics and prebiotics. You need both of them. It has helped with regularity for me and most of the people that I talk to. Now, again, some people can't take the shock to their system. So if a lot of people are very irregular, then you need to start with a half a scoop and build up so that their body can get used to the amount of fiber and digestion. An informed decision to improve my health. Again, I want to know the science. Don't tell me to go run 3 miles every day. Don't tell me to just drink this thing if there's not a why behind it. There needs to be a why. There is a why behind Shakeology. There's science to prove it. It's fast, it's easy, it's convenient, and I know I'm getting what my body needs throughout the day. If the spinach I'm buying at the store is not as high in nutrients as it should be, I know I'm backing it up with a better resource. It's safe for my whole family. My kids drink it. I drink it. My husband drinks it. There's nothing in there. I don't want to eat anything I wouldn't have my kids eat. So there's nothing I can't be like, oh no, this is mommy's, you can't taste that or whatever. It's something that everybody can have. I believe your vitamins and minerals should come from food, not synthetic sources. And that's what you're getting. So think about it this way too. You're telling them it's a $4 shake. Well, that's $4 that their body is being able to use all of. $5 value meal from McDonald's, you're storing most of it as fat, hardening your arteries, increasing your blood sugar levels, increasing inflammatory response from all the chemicals. So look at the value of the $4 now. Multivitamin, $10 for a 30-day supply. You're pissing most of it out. So the $4 shake, your body's actually using it. The boosts, I'm still looking at these, especially the Focus Synergy. So if Shakeology is so great, why do we have the boost? And that was kind of my first question when these came out. I do big time see the benefits in Power Greens and digestive health. I see the benefit in focused energy. Not sure of all the ingredients yet. These are the ingredients of focused energy. Some of them we're already in Shakeology, but like green tea. So it has the caffeine. So all the caffeine in focused energy is from green tea. So it's from a natural source, which is good. Some of these I'm not sure of. I know coconut water, I know the benefits of that, but I'm not sure on lion's mane and king trumpet. Honestly, I haven't even looked them up yet. Power greens, I like it. I mean, it spinach, cucumber, like this is all food. This is all just straight up green chlorophyll, the phytonutrients that you need from green vegetables. The most powerful in your, cancer fighting, inflammatory response, immune system, all that. I think Power Greens is very beneficial for people who, a lot of people that are like, well, I don't like vegetables. You're like, oh, well, Shakeology is great. Well, Shakeology is really not enough if you're not eating vegetables at all, especially if people don't like green vegetables, which is a lot of people. So I do think Power Greens is really good. It's a very concentrated form of a lot of the vitamins and minerals that you would get from green vegetables. And then I like digestive health too. It's just basically more of the fiber to help push through. So if the irregularity is still an issue, or the digestive health is still an issue, or like ulcerative colitis, like Crohn's disease, things like that, I think digestive health could be very beneficial for. Just, different digestive issues. And that's it. That's my breakdown of all the ingredients in Shakeology.